Hello. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Oh, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Oh, it's almost Friday. Friday's our date night. If you don't know, I'm super excited. But today is Wednesday, and tonight is Business Nights with Antonia. And I am so excited to see you. We have two special guests today. We have our every Wednesday foodie, Javon with Chow on Eats. And then we have another special guest, which I'll tell you about in a second. So how are you guys doing? I see somebody hearted this already. Thanks. How do you like the new name tags? We're using the oval version now. I love bringing you guys along with our journey. So I'm super excited to see you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. All right. I feel like you said yes. That's fine. All right. So let's go ahead and start with segment 1, business relevant. So I don't know if you all know where I am located. I am actually located in the sunny, sunshine state of Florida, specifically in Tampa. And as you know, and if you don't know, I don't know where you've been, the Tampa Bay Bucks, the Super Bowl is here. And they are in it. So I believe, if I'm saying this correctly, this is the first time in history that's actually happened where a Super Bowl team that's actually going to the Super Bowl actually has a Super Bowl in their own stadium. So super excited to be a part of that. I remember when the Bucks won the Super Bowl, I was actually in high school, and there was this like Tampa Tony song. If you guys don't know who that is, look that person up. And then also another rapper, which is my husband's cousin, had a big song on the radio, and they blared it. And it's a rap song through all of the speakers and PA systems at our high school. And at the time, it was a predominantly Black high school. So it was bananas. It was fun. People were on like desks and tables and just kind of like losing their mind. So I'm super excited to see and experience this now as an adult. I can like legally drink, and go out and have fun with my mask on and social distancing, right? So very excited about the upcoming festivities. But the reason why that topic is relevant, because honestly, I am not a sports person. I am the woman, the wife that will specifically root for the other team that my husband is rooting for just to get under his skin. I have no idea what's going on. But I will say, I was a cheerleader and I did have spirit, and I know what a touchdown is and what a dunk is. That's as far as I go. But the point is of me telling you my lack of sports knowledge is that Super Bowls bring money. There are going to be so many different ways legally to get quick cash injections into your businesses, into your pocket when things like the Super Bowl or large concerts or large festivals come to town. So specifically talking to my people who are in Tampa, because it's about to happen in a couple weeks, I jotted down a couple things. So quick cash injections is to rent out your apartment. I know, and I have friends that have condos in Hyde Park in South Tampa that are about to make $6,000 for a 2-day weekend because they've decided to rent out their apartment to other people. Where are they going to go? Some of them are going to sleep in their car, honestly. Some of them are going to crash on somebody else's couch and pay them $50 just so they can bring in that $6,000, right? Another quick way is to rent out your car. So there are apps where you can rent your car and people can actually pick them up and drive them, versus getting a rental car. Personally, I wouldn't do that because I know sports brings beer, which brings, lowered inhibitions and all of that stuff. So that's not safe for me, but I think that that's definitely something out there if you're interested, right? Another thing is pop-up peddlers and food vendors and pop-up shops are going to be huge right now, all around in the 5 to 10 mile radius of the stadium, and then also online. If you guys have noticed and gone in and out of Facebook groups or on Instagram, everybody is running a $20.21 sale. Specifically in the Tampa Bay area, they are like really, really big on the sale and like going hard with the media posting and campaigns because they want people inside of their stores since they're coming here. So go ahead and quickly grab those tourist dollars. And I don't even know what the other team is that's going to be playing. I think it's like the red and orange team, whatever those people are with the Mahomes guy, Mahomes. Yeah, grab those people's dollars as quickly as you can because they're going to very much be sad when the Bucks tap their butt. So that's another thing. And then also, I really wanted to touch on the fact that tourism is huge for any type of economy, right? So definitely when major things like this come to your city or your town, you need to be prepared. So if you have a small business or if you're a solopreneur, you should always try to have some type of backup plans, not just for the holidays, for Black Fridays, but any type of event that happens. Have maybe like a canned set of emails or graphics that you could quickly slap together. Our foodie tonight, Javon with Challen Eats, if you are following her, you notice that she quickly was able to slap her logo and create some really funny memes out of the Bernie Sanders meme with him with the mittens and being all cold. Hilarious. So I say all that to say, always be prepared. You never know what's going to happen. So that is our business relevant topic for tonight. Can we move on to the next one? Okay. All right. So on tonight's Hi Antonia, this question actually came from a business-based strategy session that I had today. Her question was, she is brand new in her business. She's trying to scale, but she's feeling a little bit overwhelmed. She is being booked. She's getting referrals, left and right. And she's trying to figure out how to start her social media presence. So her question was, Antonia, I don't have time to learn Instagram and they're constantly changing things. And I already have a Facebook business page and I already have friends on my personal page. It was a two-parter. She said, do I really need to get into Instagram right now? And should I be posting on my business page or my personal page? So I thought I'd bring the question here since I know this is a question a lot of people often have. So my answer to her is what I would say to anyone, which is you don't need to be everywhere. You don't need to try to master 2 social media platforms at one time. If it's just you by yourself, people are going to find you when they want to find you. Facebook is becoming a search engine. Instagram is a search engine. Pinterest is definitely a search engine. LinkedIn is getting more and more Facebook-ish, which I think is kind of odd, but it's happening. So when you learn one, you're technically going to learn all with just the little nuances that you have to pick up for each different platform. So I say that to say master one and then move on to the next one. Get in a routine with one, and then move on to the next one. The second part to her question in the Hi Antonia was, should I post on my business Facebook page or should I post on my personal page? So basically what is happening is people are getting more visibility on their personal pages. They're not really being found that often on your business page. Why? Because Facebook wants you to pay for advertising. Duh. Yeah. So I say to do both. I say post on your business page and post on your Facebook page. And then if you have advertising dollars, obviously set up a campaign that is extremely targeted and very intentional because we don't want to waste money, but you should definitely post on both. For me, just so that you know that I'm not giving out advice and not following it, I post on my business page. And if I want to share it on my personal page, I will. For example, this live. I am streaming to my business page and I shared it to my Facebook page. So you could do vice versa. Either way, I tend to get more visibility from people who've liked my business page versus my personal page, which is mostly friends and family and some business besties that I have on there. So I hope that answers that question. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and move into Antonia's 2 cents. So I know I tend to talk about family in this segment, but I really don't. Not right now. So what I want to actually discuss is succession plans. I really want to know whether or not you all have a succession plan for your business. I want to know if this is something that is just talked about in normal circles, like what happens if you fall ill or something catastrophic happens to you, or, you know, you just decide you want to move on to another line of business. What happens to your business that you've worked so much and so hard to build? So these are questions that I actually have started thinking about to myself today as I was approached for a new business opportunity. Assist You is not going anywhere whatsoever. This is my baby. This is my passion project. This is what I love and what I was made for. I'm a helpmate. However, I started thinking about, okay, so what happens when the what's next happens? So I implore you guys to have those conversations with people in your circle, your business bestie, your attorney, or your accountant, or your significant other, or with yourself, and try to figure out what the end goal is, what will happen in the event something that you didn't expect to happen happens. So that is my 2 cents. Those are things that I think about on a daily basis. I don't really know where they come from, but you got to talk to somebody about it. You got to think about it, because this is our brand and our business. So, all right, awesome. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to, I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna do a remix tonight. So we actually have our foodie, Miss Javon with Chalon Eats, is here, but we also have a special guest. So I'm gonna introduce our special guest so she can be a part of the Chalon Eats segment. I'm so excited. So we're just gonna say a quick hi to her and bring her out. So everybody please say hello to Miss Madura.
Hello, Antonia. So excited to be here. Whoop! And super excited to be part of the food after I heard what she was going to do. I was like, yes, please.
Wow. So let's get excited together and put on her commercial real quick, and then we'll bring her out.
Awesome.
Okay. All right, you guys. We'll see you in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. It makes me so happy. Hi. How are you doing?
I am wonderful. How are you all?
So good. You look so cute. Let me see those earrings. Ooh.
And I have my Soul Chef-ish apron. Because I'm not a chef. I'm so chef-ish.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And you can be too at www.chawoneats.com.
Right, everyone. Yvonne, Miss So Chef-ish. What are we doing up today?
So I live in the Midwest. I mean, Miss Antonia is global. Okay, so she touches a lot of people's hearts and minds and souls. So I thought about, during this time, we all are trying to still take care of ourselves. But if you're like me, you crave the bad stuff. You want chocolate and candy, but there's the good chocolate. And I want to talk about that and make 2 delicious kind of beverages and snacks.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me see. I'm going to mute one of your mics and we can go ahead and get started. Okay, say something. Oh, I can't hear you on that one. Hold on, let me switch the other one. Okay, say something.
Chawon Eats.
Okay, I hear you. Okay, awesome. Okay. Great. Okay. So let me go ahead and bring it up onto the screen.
Yes.
Here we go.
Okay. So that's where I do the demo.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to talk about our organic cacao. So we're going to use these for both of our dishes. And they're amazing because they're full of antioxidants. They help reduce heart disease, lower cholesterol, and just automatically help you feel in a better mood. So to make this first drink, it will substitute like coffee at night if you want coffee or hot chocolate. I'm trying to talk slow because of the interference. Okay, so the first thing to do is take your cacao and we're going to roast them like you roast coffee. So you just oil, and then you wrap it up and you put it in the oven, or you can put it in the air fryer if you have an air fryer to toast them. And I have some. So this is how they look like actual coffee beans, but this is chocolate and it's unsweetened. So we're going to grind cocoa nibs. Put them in like a magic bullet if you do not have a grinder. Cover your ears because I'm going to grind these up. It's the powder. Okay. And for the you're going to put these grounded cacao nibs. Let me see. You can see. In a mason jar. And you only need about a teaspoon with water. But if you use a coffee machine, you will need a filter. Because these bits can be a little coarse, just like coffee grounds. Okay. And so I have some on the stove already steeping, and I like a little bit of honey in my drink, or you can use blue agave or sugar substitute, whatever you like.
You know, you are super so chefish because my honey comes out of a bear. Like,
yeah, I like to make things special for others. You know, I'm always doing something for other people. I said, I need to make this so chefish for myself.
yes.
Yeah, coconut milk. And then here's my little gadget that I have on the stove, my little kettle. And it's chocolate tea.
Mm.
And it is so delicious. You can add star anise, cloves to make it give it more of a chai flavor with cinnamon and nutmeg. It's endless possibilities with that. But that's it. That's our hot drink that you would have to soothe you. And it's healthy. It's a healthier hot chocolate, but it's chocolate tea. Okay. Then one more quick one.
That looks delightful. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I know. Like,
Wow.
Every night because almost every night because I love hot chocolate and I love coffee and but I don't want the decaf. So if I'm going to drink something, like at least it'll have the antioxidants, it reduces inflammation, everything. You can add turmeric to it, but if you do, add a pinch of pepper to activate the turmeric. But that's a really, really good nightcap to have during the week when it's not the weekend. And next, I do have a little bit of cocoa nibs and cacao nibs in there, so that's okay. We're going to make something taste like red velvet. I call it a red velvet chocolate shooter. So we have, yes, the cacao nibs are in here. I have some dehydrated strawberries. I'm going to add some honey.
oh, with the honey.
Yeah, that's our sweetener of choice. Isn't that precious? I love these. My husband's like, really? I'm like, babe, please tell me you want something with honey so I can use my honey. Okay. And so I do have some vitamin D because up here, I live in the Midwest and we just had a blizzard and it's not much sun out. So we still need to get our vitamin D in. But if you have vitamin D, you need to pair it with something with calcium because that's just how it works, like peanut butter and jelly. Vitamin D. So we have some some Greek yogurt full of probiotics rather. It's great for your gut health, and it's loaded with calcium as well. So we're going to add that in, and then with a little bit of our plant-based milk that I have, coconut milk. You can add an ice cube if you want, but I like it just like this, kind of smoother. And then I'm going to blend it really quick for you all.
I'm so jealous that we are not neighbors.
I'm probably closer to her than distance-wise than you are to her, unfortunately.
Well, you go to her house and you tell me how it tastes, because I'm so
I still have to get on a plane, so it would be a little bit more challenging.
And you can tell me that this doesn't look like red velvet. It's the color of it. We're going to pour that in there to the top to make it extra seductive.
Oh. I like these words.
Yeah. You gotta put whipped cream on it. You gotta love yourself. Little strawberry.
Damn.
You get a cherry too.
Oh. That literally took you like 3 minutes. Do you know how long I sit and wait in a Steak and Shake drive-through?
That looks so good.
You are so amazing.
It's like red velvet heaven, and you have vitamin D, your calcium, antioxidants from the cacao nib, vitamin C from the strawberries. It's a girl's and boy's dream. So.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much, Javon, for blessing us and making us envious the fact that we don't live next door to you every week. I appreciate it. Somebody says, I love it. It looks so yum.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. You have a great rest of your evening. Thank you.
My pleasure. Great to meet you.
Very nice meeting you, Yvonne.
Bye-bye.
Oh my gosh. I absolutely love everything that she makes.
Oh, I'm going to follow her because
I know.
Wow.
Go ahead and follow her. Chow on Eats on Instagram, on Facebook, if you haven't done so already. She's going to make you hungry every day. So I absolutely love her. All right. So thank you guys so much for following us with our segment with Miss Javon Chow on Eats. So let's go ahead and get back to our special guest, Miss Madura. So hi.
Hello.
Oh my goodness. So Miss Madura, I actually purposely didn't ask you questions behind this in backstage because I wanted to be surprised and I wanted to know. So please explain who you are and what it is that you actually do.
Absolutely. So I am what I call the #1 secret weapon for lawyers as a human potential consultant and performance coach. So what a human potential consultant is I like to look at things from a holistic perspective because it's not just business. Mm-hmm. You are part of your business, you're part of your brand. And so your personal life and your business life have to coincide in a harmonious balance. And we each have a potential. Mm-hmm. We each have a potential within us that is untapped. So my role is to hold the space for you to tap into that potential. And so that's me in a nutshell.
So can I ask you some questions?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So one, how did you know that it made sense for you to be a potential human potential consultant? How did you find this?
Oh, I turned yellow for a second.
Oh no.
Well, it was kind of I was looking at different business coaches that I had worked with myself and from market research from other clients. And I realized that I do more than the average business coach. Mm-hmm. And it's about really like my, if you call my umbrella company, so to speak, the first name that my business is incorporated under is Ignite Your Inner Potential. Mm-hmm. So it's really speaking to that And now I'm frozen.
Oh no. I can hear you though. Okay.
Okay. Could just be the internet being a little squawky over here. But yeah, so I realized that it's more than just giving you the action steps of daily, what you have to do, but really tapping into your inner resources to tap into that inner potential and human potential that you have and really bring it up, like ignite it, light it on fire, get you going to really excelling and hitting your zone of genius and kind of living in your zone of genius instead of just kind of coasting through and wondering why you're not getting to where you want to go.
So why lawyers? Is it because they typically do soul sucking work, or why would you choose lawyers as a niche?
Well, I've had lawyers as clients, and what I found is there's a huge gap. These lawyers work so hard to get to where they are, and no one teaches them how to handle the millions of things coming at them. And so they're unable to really serve their clients because it's kind of like they're running in a hamster wheel, continuously throwing time at stuff instead of saying, okay, I want to be home for supper and I still want to be able to bill X number of hours in a day. And so they don't know how to do the X number of hours in a day because no one's taught them how to do it effectively. And so they're trying to be the best for their clients, but because no one's taught them how to be the best in the office for the time they're at, their family life is crumbling. They're making the money, and so they're trying to drown out in all kinds of other areas. So whether it's drinking or gambling or addictions, whatever that comes down to. So it's a bigger picture. So then it ends up being that they get screwed. They're not where their idea of why they went into law, that why has kind of been taken away from them.
So that actually makes a lot of sense. So I know a lot of male lawyers, and they are addicted to something, whether it's to their billables, to their bonuses, to women, to gambling or alcohol, just like you said. And I always wondered, how did you get there? Like, you had to take an honor oath to become an attorney. So what happened? And basically, I guess that rolls into your topic about like when men get the help they need, everyone wins. So how did they get there? And then how do you help them so that me as a woman paralegal, if I don't have to deal with that, like get a book thrown in my direction. So explain that to me.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think what happens is they get into it because they see a lot of times it's chasing that success. They're told that success means sacrifice. They don't realize that it's not an or anymore. They can live in the and. So they're chasing the success. They've been told, and it's generational, right? They're always told, oh, you need the 6 figures or 7 figures. You need the fancy car. You need the arm candy. You need the big house. That's what success is.
Ugh, but those arm candies. Ugh. Okay, right? Go ahead.
That's what they're taught. And they aren't taught how to communicate in that manner. They aren't taught to deal with the emotions, which then lead to all the addictions because they need an outlet, right? They don't know how to ask for, hey, I'm kind of struggling right now. I need the help. And so they don't have that. And that is how they go, because now they have money to throw at things, right? They have money to throw at women or drugs or alcohol or whatever. And instead of saying, no, something's up, the people that they're surrounding themselves with are falling into that same trap because they're all going through the same thing. So it's the blind leading the blind in that sense. So how I help is really getting them out.
Yes, tell me how you help.
It's the paradigm shift of allowing them to realize that this is not like tapping back into their why. Why did they become a lawyer? Right? What was the reason behind that? And really digging into that, because what is that legacy that they're trying to create? They're not trying to create the 6 figures, because by the time they get to the 6, 7 figures, their significant other has taken half of it with their kids. because they either been at work too late for too long and she's tired of it or he's tired of it. And their legacy money has gone the opposite direction. So it's really getting them the paradigm shift of, okay, this doesn't have to be the case. I can have it all. I can have the family life. I can have the 6 to 7 figures. I can be a partner at a big law firm and I can still help my clients, but I don't have to kill myself doing it. They've kind of evolved into the burnout, what I like to call the burnout culture. So it's getting them to divorce the burnout culture in such a way that they're still being able to hit the 8 billable hours daily on average, which give them, if you do the math, it ends up to being close to over $500,000 in their profit line, and they're still able to be home for supper every night. Obviously, there was going to be some deadlines depending on if there's a criminal, like whatever case they're dealing with, but for on average, lawyers are in the office for 10 hours, and they usually only bill 4 to 5 hours. So they're leaving. They're not able to bill 8 hours, and they should be easily. They easily should be able to bill. And I've seen it with clients. I had a client come back to me after a few years because he's heading towards partner, and it's like, I can't do this by myself anymore because I'm not billing the hours. He's doing everything else right. But the distractions and the constant things coming at them on a day-to-day basis, no one teaches them how to effectively manage their time. And in turn, the law firms are losing money because they have to write off the hours because they can't bill those clients every hour that the lawyers are spending on their files. So there's so many different moving parts of that because that's the biggest.
So you basically have to be able to handle and maneuver and strategize with them on so many different levels. You're not just a life coach. You're not a business coach. You're not a career coach. You are really, I understand. So when I read that you were a human potential consultant, I was like, are you going to teach me how to have babies? Like smart babies? Because I have children. I need them to be smart kids. They are. If I can ensure that and not go to prison for, fixing college applications, I would love to. So because I look good in orange, but not that orange. So I want to say or ask this piece is, do you help only individuals, or do actual law firms bring you in as a consultant and say, we have assessed our company culture, we have assessed our employees, and now we're looking for a solution, and we found you? Is that what happens? Or tell me who your client is, I guess.
So right now it's individuals, but it's great that you bring that up because I'm actually putting together a program to go to law firms with to say, I know your profit numbers, you're bleeding money. You're bleeding potentially millions of dollars a year because your lawyers and attorneys are not billing the way they should be because they're not effective with their time. Correct. And they're burning out in the same, you're churning out lawyers.
And you have high turnover from your staff because their leaders, which are the lawyers or the law clerks even, they don't know how to handle their life at this point. Yes. I can totally see that need for you, and just coming in there and whipping things into shape, pushing somebody out of their office. There's some 2-year or 3-year, and you go in and you just set up house and you handle it. That's amazing.
Yeah. So that's what 2021 is about. So I've got this program. It's just finalizing the last pieces, and then I'm heading to reach out to different law firms and be like, hey, whether it's a workshop that we do just to kind of get everybody's feet wet, or whether it's like a 3-month or 6-month program designed specifically for their needs. But across the board, what I've heard from the several lawyers I've talked about through market research, as well as my clients, is that this is the issue. Yeah. They do not know how to handle the distractions, and their law firms are bleeding money because of that, which is then impacting them and their families. And it's just a negative cycle. It's like all around this, and no one knows how to change because no one's taught them. They're like, oh yeah, like you'll figure it out. And they just say, throw more time at it. You need to figure this out. More time. That's all it requires. But that's not the answer. Time is not, throwing more time at it is not the answer. It's creating the time management systems in place and getting them on board to what they actually want.
Right.
What do they want to create for themselves? Because at the end of the day, if they're going to make partner, they want a career with that specific company for life. For life.
Because they have to buy in. Exactly. And why would you want to buy into somewhere you have no life, right? Like that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So I wanted to just say a point I thought of when you were speaking. So I read an article a couple of years back about talking about the fastest growing startups and what makes them different. And a lot of those startups are different because they actually had people on staff that didn't do anything for the business except for take care of their people. So like the health and wellness people, a yoga specialized instructor or a masseuse or, just a counselor. And it has absolutely nothing to do. They could be selling shoes, right? But they understood that their people are their biggest assets. So they need to take care of them constantly.
Mm-hmm.
And those companies, those are the ones that can go public and get valued at like billions of dollars. And it just makes sense. And the old model, which unfortunately a lot of law firms are from old money and old models, and it takes forever for them to change. I think they're starting to try to wake up. So I think it's awesome that you are getting into this market. It's very, very smart on your part. And I'm sorry if I pull the cat out of the bag. I didn't even know that was what was happening.
No, happy to.
But I think you're definitely on the right path because it's now evident more than ever that people need to be cared for. Your staff, your employees, or you'll have nothing, right? Yes. So I think that's awesome. No, I mean, I think gone are the days where law firms can say, confidently, we're going to get 150 applications from first years, right? Because there's so many other options and because it's really competitive. So I think having someone like you, even as a consultant or a partnership with you and your company, I think would be an amazing asset to be able to present to an eligible applicant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, thank you for that.
You're doing it. Okay. Well, I think I kind of overstepped and we talked about that.
You did not overstep. It's great because it actually puts the word out there, right? So
yes.
I'm totally for it. No, I'm happy that you brought it up because
Yes. Okay, great. So if you are a lawyer or you know of someone who is a lawyer and you happen to be male, I'm just going to put that out there because we see it more with men. They need help and they don't ask for it. Please contact Miss Madura. She is, I love her tagline on her name, the real Madura, okay? Not the fakes. Contact her and set up a consultation. I believe she has this Kick A freebie that's on her website we spoke about. Yeah. What was it called? How to what?
It's 10 hacks to more time, more sex, more money.
And I know most men, they definitely want that. They said, wow, even in college. Yeah, they need help. They need help. They have no idea. None. They learn about torts. They don't learn about time management.
They don't. They've been taught how to be the best lawyers that they can be, but they are taught how to grind. That's the issue. They aren't taught how to be effective. We each have 24 hours in a day. We each have the same 24 hours in a day, and they have not been taught how to use that effectively. They've just been taught, okay, just put your head down and grind and put as much time at it as possible because that's how you're going to get ahead, which it's not.
Yeah.
You can be home for supper as long as in the beginning, yes, there's some learning and growing pains and you're going to put in a little bit more time, but it doesn't have to be like 7 years worth of time where you're by the end, your body's shutting down, you're you're completely bald, you have a beer belly. Like, it doesn't have to go down that path. It can
You're
be
always sick, and
it can be done right away.
Yeah. All right. Well, I always bring the best guests possible to help you in probably things that you didn't even know that you needed assistance with. But I know you know someone that could definitely use these services from Miss The Real Madura. Okay. Miss Madura, I want to say thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for joining the foodie segment with Javon with Chow on Eats at Chow on Eats. And I just want to say it's just a joy to meet you. And I'm super excited about your future and this program that you're going to launch this year. I'm going to be rooting for you from Tampa, Florida. It might be warm, so you might not want it, but
really, no, thank you. It's an honor to be on with you tonight.
Yes, if you don't mind giving me about 2 more minutes and sit backstage, and then I can give you a proper goodbye. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, everyone say bye. Thank you.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
All right, you guys. So not only did you get 1, but 2 amazing recipes tonight on our foodie segment with So Chefish, Miss Javon at Chow on Eats. But then also you got a wonderful conversation with Miss Madura, who's the real Madura. I'm sorry, excuse me. I can't not say it correctly. Speaking about what she does, and she is a human potential consultant, managing your time, getting the most out of your day, and ultimately living the life that you need. And her specialization, her niche is to help men lawyers basically get their life together so that everybody can win, right? Including their family and their friends and their poor paralegals that have to go through the unnecessary burdens that the struggle comes with, right? So I'm so happy that you all got to see those 2 ladies. I'm even more happy that you decided to share some of your Wednesday evening with me. And I will see you same time, same place, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our date night on Friday. All right, you all, have a good night. Bye.